You know, every time I come back from break when the Assassin's Creed Black Flag music is playing, it hurts.
Dude, they're making it though.
I know. I told you about it.
Yeah, you did. They're making Skull and Bones, man.
I'm so excited. They're finally making a pirate game.
My community has been like, yes.
I'm so... Because the best parts of Assassin's Creed Black Flag were just everything but the Assassin's Creed parts.
Yeah, I feel like so many people said that exact sentiment of just take the pirate part of Black Flag and just make that a game, and they're doing it.
I would suggest, Scott, as somebody who played, what, the first 2? Did you play?
No,
3?
no, I played 1, 2, 3, and number 2 had like 16 side things that I did all of those.
Yeah.
Because the one where you were the girl, they were like, because I mean, they like hardcore had a swing for Ezio.
Oh yeah, Ezio had like 3
I'm
games.
an altair game guy, so
I would highly suggest you play Black Flag. I think you would adore Black Flag.
I think the problem was the Black Flag was that one that was only Xbox One.
Nope, Xbox 360. It was before Xbox One was out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't play that one.
No,
because the Renaissance one was the one that was Xbox One only.
Unity.
Yeah,
Unity, the French one. But I would suggest you play Black Flag. Black Flag
I
is
most likely won't buy any more consoles. So
Black Flag, I think, is my favorite one next to like 2. And it's the pirate aspect. The characters are great. The music is fantastic, and all the pirate bits are incredible. You get to have your own ship and upgrade it, and then be a pirate on the open seas, and it's just so good.
Which Assassin's Creed protagonist are you? Take our quiz.
All right, take our BuzzFeed quiz today.
Oh, fun. Did you ever play that really shitty Pirates of the Caribbean game?
Oh, God. Yes.
I loved that game. It was so bad.
Me too. For the original Xbox?
Yep. I sunk hours into that shitty. Yeah,
because there were aspects of it that were good.
They were so good.
Yeah.
Like, the combat was awful, but like you could kind of figure it out enough to like two-trick pony it. You know what I mean? But other than that, like
the company that made that.
What?
I said I worked for the company that made that.
Well, tell your company that they stole many hours of my life, and you're welcome.
Yeah, man. I think you would love Black Flag. I actually want to play through Black Flag again, just because the pirate bits are so good.
It's so good, man.
Ugh.
That sounds vaguely sexual. The pirate bits are so good.
The pirate, the booty, so good.
The booty.
That booty.
All right. Yeah. So let's get into the game. It's our last 45 or so minutes.
Thursday? Oh my God, is it Thursday? We're so distracted today.
I know, right?
Apparently Sam keeps us on track for more than just morality. Sam's like, all right, enough of the chat. Let's get back to the game.
Scott, you tried.
It's awful. It's terrible. I should just stop. I can't do it.
You tried.
I lost my stripping. I'm not stripping no more. Moving on. Otto. Last thing I wanted to go over, then Mathis cut me off and shoved me on break so I can go pee. The owner of the tavern comes up to you. Not that night. It was the next day.
He couldn't reach me that night.
No. No, he could not. He most certainly could not. So the next day, the owner of the tavern, Lenore, he comes up to you and he's like, Otto, may I have a word with you?
Yeah.
Listen, I just wanted to say that performance last night was
one of the worst things I've ever.
Baseballs.
As long as you guys want to stay here, if you want to continue performing, take your tips, take your money, whatever you want to do. As long as you want to stay here, it's yours. Just keep that room, relax. I'm not going to force you out here. As long as you're willing to perform, especially if it's nightly, as long as you have time to perform, you can do so. And thank you. I couldn't get to you last night, but I wanted to leave a tip for you as well. And he drops a large sack of coin on the counter.
He's taking a fucking 180, hasn't he? Otto is taken aback by this, but grabs the sack of gold and, trying to play it cool, just says, well, thank you.
Thank you. Truly.
Otto just nods.
I still get a mess to clean up from last night, so I've got work to do, but I'll see you around. And he kind of gets off and goes and does things. Later on, when you open up the thing, 200 gold pieces.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Otto opens it up and sees lots of gold. Begins to sort of rummage through it, realizes this is a lot of gold. Is sort of like at this point just can't help but like kind of bounce up and down a little bit where he's sitting. He's like, oh my god.
So he gave you back everything that Gromman threw on the table. You made way more money. And one of the other things that you notice throughout the day as you guys are in and out is also it's in and out. Tons of food is being delivered today. Tons of like meats and breads and tons of wines. It's kind of funny because like a door will be open that you've walked by beforehand and it's empty. Like you'll walk by a door and you'll be like, holy shit, that's where he keeps the rum. That room's empty. And you come to realize exactly what it was that had happened. And so
I like to imagine that Thonk was purifying some of the alcohol around him by accident. Then other people needed to drink more to get more drunk.
you guys just came
Holy
up with the
shit,
tavern.
we could be so rich!
Oh my god, Gromman does like illegal fights in the basement. Otto puts performances up top, and Thon just
I'm
keeps
definitely
everybody
going
watered down
Why have
Gromman.
we not opened a bar?
Oh my god! And then just Rye is
Listen,
the owner of the place.
This
Rye's
is
just
why
like, "All right, come
this
on."
is why fantasy worlds can't actually exist. Because
No.
people would immediately abuse magic.
Rise how we dupe all the money
Think about how stupid a
and all the
spell,
alcohol.
like not even how stupid, but how like in the world of D&D, how like low a spell is, like remove poison or whatever. Given to one person in this
Level
world,
1 cantrip.
somebody would be a millionaire within like a year.
I mean,
Why not us?
it's not like that doesn't exist in the real world anyway. So like, hey, listen, I made this platform so people can like post crap that nobody cares about their lives and hey, I am one of the richest people on the planet. Look at that. Oh my god. Amazing. I actually have a team of people underneath me that make new innovative things that change the world. Yep. So
Yep.
it exists. We call that magic technology. Let's keep going.
Science
uh,
and alchemy.
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Man, so weird.
Maggie, are we
weird
talking about big pharma? Is that what you're getting? Big pharma now? Sorry, what's that?
say back to the game. The weird angular creature that walked away.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Oh,
follow
right.
it.
Yeah, the dude in the bar. Mhm.
Nobody saw that except for you.
And I would
Proceed.
follow that person immediately.
Oh,
If
you
it
followed
caught
the
my
person out of the bar?
eye, like if it was just like it caught my eye that well.
So going back to last night, you fall out of the bar and you look around for them and don't find them. Feel free to roll me a perception check.
Oh god. Okay. 17.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping you'd crit.
Me too.
Don't see them.
All right. I'd look around like a little bit, kind of like narrow my eyes, and then turn and go back into the bar and listen to the rest of Otto's amazing performance that night.
That was the end of the performance. Now you just
Right,
have to
so
listen
you-
to everybody cheer his name for the next 4
I
hours.
go to the room and go to bed.
Oh, I
No,
don't-
the room gets
Gromman's like
uncomfortable.
carrying Otto on his shoulders and like.
Yeah, you may not
"Oh,
want to be in the room tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
I go buy a cheap dirt
It's like
room.
as you go upstairs, Otto's like, "Yo, Thunk."
Suck on the doorknob.
All right.
How do you symbol that from across the room? Are you just kind of like,
I go find a room that I pay
Stock on doorknob.
3 copper for, and that's
Yep.
where I'm for that night. Damn it, Otto.
Sorry, buddy. I crit. You know what happened?
all the people with any sense of soul are off at that one tavern watching the performance. It's all the shitty people left everywhere else in the city. So there's an awesome sock party over in Thonk's room, and Thonk's like robbed. So
But Gromman is there.
no, Gromman watches the performance in Otto's room later that night. So
That's what I meant.
everything goes fine. The next day, the tavern owner's super nice. Thonk, you were walking around. There's actually a purpose to this beyond their fun. Just trying to integrate yourself into the city. I forget, was there
Okay,
something
you need to
specific you were
roll
trying to
that
do, or are you just making yourself seen?
I'm making myself seen and like I don't want to say known, like look at me, I'm the guy who's around, but like I'm trying to like learn the city and learn the people who live here, not necessarily the people who are here temporarily for panning. I'm just trying to integrate myself into this town.
All right, so let's do this real quick. What you do is you make your way over to a tavern owner, or a shopkeep, because you're like, I'm just gonna buy some rope. Who cares? You know, thonk pull a rope. So you make your way over to the tavern owner, the shopkeep, and you're like, oh, that weather. It's pretty typical for this region. Huh? And that's like your opening. And as things are going, you're like, so, do you have a wife and children?
Come on now. My charisma's a 13. Like, I'm not terribly inept.
You are correct. You are extremely you're extremely good at intimidating people. However, persuasion. No, so you go around and you make yourself seen.
As good as my intimidation.
You go around and you make yourself seen, and that happens. Next 5 days, what do you do, Thonk, before I get to the other two and what their ridiculous stuff is?
I guess the next thing I would learn is, like, I would want to know, start learning who the leader of the town is. Just general information on hierarchy, who's in charge, the defenses of the town, guards, that kind of thing. Like, how well defended is this place? Who's in charge? Just useful information to have.
Well, there are two large churches that exist in this place. There's a dwarven temple to Marthamor Duin, and there's a huge temple to Lathander. You know who one of those two are. The other one you yourself are not very familiar with. However, roll me a religion check, please, Mathis.
Religion. Crit. 24.
Wow. 90-20, 24 total?
These nat 20s, man.
Beautiful. That's gorgeous. So Lathander, just remind me that you know who Lathander is, and then we can move on.
Just give me the quick. I know the name. I feel like I know who this is.
Sun god.
Okay, got it.
Yep. Good.
Yep.
Okay. Morning glory, all that stuff. Cool.
Yeah.
And then Marthamor Duin. I honestly don't know if you ever dealt with that god in your
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
But it's part of the dwarven pantheon, which you don't ever play dwarves. Sans that one, and it wasn't in Faerun. So neutral good dwarven god, so it's neutral good, known as the finder of trails, the watcher over wanderers, the watchful eye. There's so many watchful eyes in this thing. Let's see. He is his portfolio is like guides and lightning and travelers and stuff like that. So he's a dwarven god of travel. Pretty much covers the whole goodly alignment scale there. So the whole thing about him
town
is
has got
he's
two
like
goodly gods in it.
He's for like rangers and stuff like that. One is like semi-nature because it's light, and this one is like trailblazing and travel and stuff like that. So it's like semi-ranger-esque because it's a frontier town. Goodly gods, both of them neutral good. So it's like, okay, that's an interesting thing to come. But more important than that, is the town very well protected? Well, not only does the town have a pretty good number of a pretty decent member of like militia or guard or whatever it is that exists here. Not only is like every man trains to fight well and most likely will serve time in the militia, but most of the women as well will be trained to fight well, and if they choose to serve in the militia. The militia has many people that are, we'll just say, devout followers of these two faiths.
Okay.
Will be here. As a matter of fact, some members of these faiths, depending on what branch of those faiths you're in, they'll take pilgrimages. Well, you'll come here because these are such grandiose temples to them, and stay here for like, say, 2 years or so as part of your pilgrimage to this faith and serve as the militia here to that god, and then go back to wherever you were from. So it is pretty well defended, this town itself. But it is still small. If you ignore that shanty town out there, walking around making a guesstimate, somewhere between 800 and 900 people most likely live in this town, not including, again, the outsiders. That the outsiders increase the town's population by around 300, if you had to guess. You haven't really visited Shantytown yet, and we'll get to that shortly. Around 300 it increases it by. As for who the ruler of the town is, her name is Lady Arletha Icespear. So Lady Arletha Icespear, it was, the town was originally founded by, one of her ancestors came out here, laid the stake. They intended for the town to be, it doesn't matter what they intended for. Holy shit, trolls and orcs and orcs and trolls and orcs and other horrible things coming at them. They just more or less like, okay, throw up walls, defend ourselves, blah, blah, blah. It was the Battle of Dead Snow that the leader of the town at the time, the founder of the town of this town died. And so that's how the town got its name, was in honor of his death. This is his, offspring down here, Lady Letha Icespear. She happens to be closely enough tied to those in the Silver Marshes treaties. So, cool, where is it? Yeah, she's closely enough tied to those that are inside the Silver Marshes. She has potentially friends with not Illustrial. Yeah, Illustrial. Do you know who I mean by that?
The name sounds familiar again.
Okay.
It's been so
well, I'm
long.
going to say
though.
it because I don't imagine everybody else does. Illustrial is one of the 7 sisters. She's one of the daughters of the goddess of magic, who is one of the greatest gods that exists in all of Faerun. Certainly one of the most powerful gods that exists in all of Faerun. One of her daughters rules a city near here, Silvery Moon. It is believed she's friends with her. So
Gotcha.
very close ties to very important people. It is a small bloop of a town that you imagine not too large of an orc tribe would be able to destroy. And if it wasn't for these fun little nuanced facts for it about it.
Yeah. Interesting. Good to know.
Yep. And then just do me a favor really quickly, Mathis, if you could roll me an insight check.
Sure. 21.
You believe that all of the stuff that I just said to you right now is known by Brimoar.
Ugh, God, he sent me into
Brimoel, sorry.
Sent me into my own personal hell.
Like he sent you more or less like, this is a task. You are here to do Grimsh's will.
Yeah.
What do you expect it to be easy?
God, all right. So, out of game, just so you know, I'm gonna need time to formulate my exact plan here,
Sure.
especially with this information. So,
So that's perfectly fine. So why don't we hand the camera over to the other two who have all sorts of fun little shite that they can do. So that being said, let's go to Maggie and Bear. What do you guys want to do for your next 5 days?
I'm gonna grab a drink.
Are you
Bear
muted?
is muted.
But go ahead.
Hi, I'm back.
Hey,
I'm enjoying my rediscovered wealth, aren't I? And
where do you want to enjoy this rediscovered wealth?
what options do I have? What sort of forms of entertainment might we find around here besides the bar we're staying at?
Sure, if you ask around. Let's see, there's food, all different types, because there is a blend of peoples that live here. Just go back to that blend really quickly for myself. Like 10% of the population is moon elves. So there's like elven food that you can get here. There's dwarven food and so on. Lots of different drink that you can get your hands on. There's this incredible performer that just recently came to town. From what I hear, if you listen to his performance, it like, you'll find your soulmate.
Wow.
Like, I mean,
He sounds good. Where's he
you.
performing?
And they tell you that he happens to be performing at the Blazin' Tavern.
That's strange. That's where I'm staying. I'll have to check him out.
Oh, wow. If you've not heard of him yet, you must be new to town.
Yeah, I sure am. I'll go by and see him as soon as possible.
And then you walk away patting yourself on the back.
Thanks for the ego boost. You know what? I think I'll propose to Grommen. Say, Grommen, what do you...
You're gonna
You
propose
fancy-
to Grommen.
Yes, exactly.
He proposed to me. Yes. No,
Do you fancy a bit of a
After
food
last night's
tour today?
performance.
You fancy a bit of a food tour, Grommen?
Oh, I like food.
Me too, buddy. I think Grommen and Otto are going to go explore the town's various food offerings.
Okay. And so you do that. You go, excuse me. So you go and you enjoy the different cuisines and you shell out money and you have fun of it or whatever it is. The two of you eat and drink yourself sick and so on.
Yes.
This is not something that's entirely sustainable. I mean, if you wanted to, you could do it every day and be like, what's one of those Food Network shows where people just eat way too much food and it's kind of nauseating? It could be like one of those. Hey,
It's
hey,
like
no.
diners, dive-ins, and drives, or whatever the hell it's called, except it's like tents, taverns, and crates, maybe, that you find food in on the side of the road.
So 3 rats walk into a so you there is somewhere else, however, that I did not mention yet, where you can find yourself some good entertainment.
Oh, where's that?
Not inside the town.
Outside of town.
Yeah, there's a little place called Snowtown.
Mm-hmm.
It exists just outside the town, between the walls of the town and the stream that passes by. Coincidentally, just to tie that back to what you know, Mathis, it is called Ice Spear Stream, named after the family that has ruled this town for some time. So going back, you know that Snowtown is that shanty town that was kind of like put up out there that's comprised mostly of prospectors.
Okay.
And there's a lot of entertainment that can be had there. Drink that you can't get inside town. There's women that you wish were in town. And there's games you can find in no other town.
I like games. Otto likes games. I imagine I'm speaking with someone about this. Games? What kind of games?
The kind of games where make sure you say your prayer to Lady Luck, because not only could you lose the game, but you also might lose your knight to a cell. Just keep a watchful eye if you go to play those games. Keep your purse close to your side. But there are people that have come here prospecting, found no gold in the river, but tons of it just on its banks.
Otto's eyes are, again, about as wide as they were when we first found that orc jewel. Well, Lady Luck is fortunately on my side most of the time. Where might I find this place?
Make your way just outside of town. Go over to Snowtown and ask around, see what you can find.
Mm-hmm. I want to get some directions, but I'm sure they're willing to offer. I say to Grauman, fancy an adventure?
Oh, I always like the adventure. And actually, like, as we're on our way, like, because I'm imagining that we do go on this adventure out of town. Maybe we ask Sonk if he wants to join, but I know Grauman would want to kind of have a lookout for any creatures that might be on the way and stuff like that, so he can carve little figures of them.
Mm-hmm.
Of whatever the local fauna happens to be.
Yeah.
Cool. Definitely do that.
And he's still kind of hoping that, you know, someday he'll see Fancy Feathers again.
Yep.
Maybe. Maybe. So you guys go into that town and start asking around and trying to find out what you can do for games, for fun, for so on. One of the things you notice when you get to town is, it's probably not that prostitution is illegal, which prostitution's illegal here. It's probably how blazing, like, it's just, like, literally, you guys are approaching the town. A girl literally takes off her top, and she's like, "Hey, you're looking for a good time? Come over here. I got some fun ones for you." Like, it's just like right in your face. I mean, and it's a competition too.
It's like
so,
the
like,
Vegas pamphlets, but with actual people.
Oh yes, absolutely. It's bad. It's competition because as soon as another one notices two new people are approaching, and she just said that, like, "Oh, I won't be one-upped." They like throw their leg high up on a crate. It's a little clumsy, but throw their leg high up on a crate, and they're like, "Do you want to see what's going on under the sky? Yeah, you come on over and just check it out." I mean, it's like right in your face, and you're like,
Grauman and I don't
Okay.
have to pay for this.
Yeah. No, right. Do you know who I am?
You look like wealthy and clean. I like that. Come on, let's have fun.
Otto he takes the compliment in stride and just keeps on moving forward.
Gotta catch 'em.
I don't want that, Otto.
Yeah, me neither, buddy.
It's all right. The little one can't handle it anyways. It's upsetting to see that big one go. So you guys make your way, keep making your way into the town. And once again, gambling, you don't know for a fact if gambling's illegal or not in town, but it doesn't matter because there's literally people gambling right there out in the open entirely. It's a little bit worse than gambling. Sometimes you go over and it's we'll say a friendly game of gambling, which is what you would usually find in a back alley somewhere. And then there's games where, like, somebody's like, "All right, thanks for the winnings," and they get up and go walk away, and all of a sudden there's, like, you know, a knife against their throat, and they're like, "You want to play one more hand, right?" And everybody's like cheering and laughing and think it's hilarious that's happening to a person that clearly just won a lot of money. And they're like, he's like, well, I was hoping to, right? And, like, you can see a drop of blood starting to go down. Like, yeah, I another hand. And then they continue playing until they lose most of the money they won, and then finally leave happy to be alive. I mean, it's pretty intense. I mean, like, there's a guy over there that's literally standing against a wall, smoking out of his pipe, ignoring everything. He's kind of like looking up at the sky, and somebody else walking past, like, "Hey, you fuck face! Why are you looking at me like that over here? What the fuck is the matter with you?"
We're in
just
New York.
goes up to the guy and like breaks the pipe off against his head, and there's like this big brawl. That's the kind of thing that you're walking into. I mean, I imagine you love it.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, not only that, I feel pretty invincible in scenarios like this when I got my buddy Gromit by my side too.
Gromit is one of those people where most of the time, we're talking like 90% of the time, people look up and they go, "Nope." But it's that other 10% where they're like, "I feel like I need to prove something to myself and everybody else around me." Like,
Oh,
maybe
I like
the
those people.
right, maybe the hookers are going to give me a discount if I show off how manly I am against somebody that big.
Yeah.
So, and you can kind of almost immediately point out these people. The problem with this place is most of the people, it's attracting all forms of low life. And so most of the people here are very easy to read. It's right on their sleeves. It's the ones, like, looking at these people, it's the ones that are hard to read, and even more so the ones that are too easy to read that get you worried when you're walking through here. Everybody else, you're just kind of like, okay, let me just make sure I play my cards right. So anyways, so you're making your way through the town. What is it that you're looking for specifically, Otto? Like, what is it? Are you looking for a challenge? I mean, what's
I've got a particular couple of games that I am the most adept at playing, so I'm looking for those. And I just sort of want to scout around, see what's going on, see what games folks are playing.
Sure. So you're looking around and you're just trying to see what games folks are playing. Can you do me a favor? Can you roll me a perception check? And Gromit, you may do so as well. I imagine Thonk didn't come here.
Ooh. Nope, he's probably like lost in town doing things.
You can combine ours.
So you're looking around for a game that you're familiar with. Like, you see games that you're familiar with, but you're looking around for like one of your favorites. What's the name of your favorite game there, Otto?
Well, I've got one that I play myself called 3 Cup, which is my expertise, but that's more of a party game, more of a trick that I do. The games that I'm best at, what would be like the most common games to be played in a place like this?
I'm sorry. So common games, like, you will see things like a 3-Dragon Ante, die poker, all sorts of different cards and dice games, more or less, like a whole bunch of different types. I was just seeing if you had anything off the top of your head that really stuck out.
Otto definitely has a preference for card games, so
Okay.
Otto's going to be looking for the cards.
Sure. Problem is, you don't find them. You don't find cards anywhere.
None.
No. You see die games everywhere, and there's die games where you have some fond memories, and die games where you have some fun memories, right?
Yeah.
And so you kind of, make your way around looking. But there's one thing that catches your eye. It's different. It's a game that you've never seen before, which is why it intrigued you. So you're walking around and you notice that everybody's standing around watching these two people are playing a game. One of them is an elven figure. Looks to be an elven figure. Maybe he's a half elf. It's kind of hard to tell. He's very cheerful. He's seems young, seems cheerful, seems kind of like happy-go-lucky as he's playing a game with a small stash of coin next to him, playing the game with somebody on the other side. And he's the person's playing the game, and they're rolling the die back and forth, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And you see that the person is kind of getting frustrated that they're playing against because they were a bit confused by the rules, and so they lost. And so they lost their money, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck? Okay, all right, bye." And so they go to leave. And he's kind of like, "Come on, anybody else want to take a hand in this game? It's a fun game. Anybody?" And he's kind of like pointing out at the crowd to see anybody sticks up their hands. Neither of you immediately do so, but a few moments afterwards, somebody else does. Like, all right, come on over. I've got a game to show you. I've got a game. You're going to love it. This is a little game that I like to call Rainbow Roll. Now, the way that this works is there's a die right here, 6 sides to it. So on each one of these sides is a color. Look here. You can see the colors, nice and easy, plain and simple. Yep, you get red, you get blue, you get yellow. Okay, and you can see there's a solid line around each one of those. Well, also around the other 3 sides, you have orange, you have purple, you have green. Now, what you're allowed to do is you're allowed to choose one color, not any color that you want. You can choose red, blue, or yellow. Your call. I don't care. Whatever one you choose, I'll choose amongst the other 2. Now, after you choose your color and I choose my color, we're going to roll the die. If your color lands on your die, you get a point. Yay for you. If my color lands on the die, I get a point. Yay for me. If you get a secondary color of yours, what's a secondary color? It's a brilliant question you have right there. You see, I chose yellow, you chose red. Well, what's a secondary color of yellow? It's yellow, red, and blue. I chose yellow, you chose red. Orange and green are both secondary colors for yellow. Orange and purple are both secondary colors for red. Purple and green are both secondary colors for blue. Get where I'm going here? It's the way the rainbow works. That's why it's called rainbow roll. Anybody? Anybody? He sees Otto,
really
like a spark in Otto's eyes, and he's like, he gets it. He gets it.
Otto nods like enthusiastically, like, yeah, I do, I get it.
So all you gotta do is you roll the die.
What does
First to 5
Grauman's
points
face
wins.
look like during this
Grauman's
entire
like-
thing?
He talks so fast.
Colors
Color.
blend.
The blue color. He's like very confused. He's trying to like figure it out.
And last thing I said there was first person to 5 points wins. So it's Foley's or halfies. First person to 5 points wins. He's like, so all we're trying to do right now is get our way to play this game, see who can get to the first of these points, and see if we can find a winner here. And so the person's like, yeah, cool. And they go to take out some coin. He's like, But before we go, we must roll this die to find out how many coins that you are going to pay. And he labels each one of the colors as a number. They roll the die, and that's how much they have to pay into it in gold pieces for the gamble. And so they roll the die, and it comes down to 4 gold. And he's like, it's your first time playing, so we're going to give you, because it's your first time playing, you've never played before, the odds are actually going to be 2-1 in your favor. And he's like, okay. The game goes rather quickly. He wins.
Does he win convincingly?
It ends up being like a 5-3.
Okay.
The guy's like, I don't even get what happened. He's like, that's okay. It's okay. You can go over there. I'll play all day. Who's up next? Who wants to play? Come on. It's a very simple game.
Otto raises his hand.
You there. You seem like a colorful gent.
I've been told as much.
So, what's your interest?
To win.
Fair enough. I'm trying to get something here.
Otto comes up and has a seat.
He goes, all right, the rules. And he goes to explain the rules.
I understand the rules.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's play.
Oh snap!
Are you sure?
Are you ready?
I am in fact ready. So, all right. He goes over to, let me go back over to roll 20 from where I was. Nope, not that one. Press the wrong one. I'm in a basement. Let's go here.
And that color goes to that color.
Grauman's still
I love the image of Grauman still like verbally trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So could you do me a favor, please? Could you do me a favor, please? Can you right click that icon on there and see if there's something on there that says multi-sided random side.
Which icon?
Do you see on the map the little die?
I might have to refresh. I'm still seeing the castle.
Yeah, I see the tower as well.
Really? Did I not move you guys
Yeah.
over? Oh, I didn't move you over. I'm a dummy face.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Now we see it.
All right, right click that.
Yep.
I get nothing.
It doesn't allow you to right click?
Mm-mm.
No, it doesn't even let
Okay.
us select it.
Then
Yeah.
go on your screen. You see where your chat window thing is?
Yep.
This is a little annoying because it might be beneficial for you to take your chat out, same as you pop out, same as you would do with like say Twitch. And the way that you do that is you double click the chat icon, and that'll pop it out
Okay.
for you. You see how I did that?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, now-
no.
Did you
Oh,
double
that's
click the
right.
chat icon?
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, got it.
Cool. The reason why I'm saying that is now also in your things at the top up there. So there's a chat icon. If you go all the way over, it looks like a hamburger menu. Click that, scroll down, and you're going to find something that says Rainbow Rolls. Do you
There
see
it
it?
is. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So click it for me to make sure we know it works.
Okay.
And then you'll see in your chat icon what got rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we can see what color it's going to be. You get to choose your color there, Bear. Would you like to have red, blue, or yellow?
We're gonna go with blue.
Okay, before you go blue, could you do me a favor and roll for me a d6? Just because they're easier to read than those actual colors. The numbers on there are hard to read. That's a 3, which is a yellow, coincidentally. So 3 gold coins is what you have to lay down to win this game.
Okay.
So because you are the person that's coming in, he gets to roll first. He is house. He gets to roll first. And he does. Oh, sorry, you chose yellow. He's gonna choose.
Oh, I chose blue.
Oh, sorry, you chose blue. He's gonna choose yellow. He'll choose yellow.
Okay.
Good. And let's roll this die.
Hell yeah.
It's an orange. He gets half a point.
Okay.
Red, nothing.
Nah.
Blue, nothing. Orange, nothing. Green, he gets half a point. Blue, you get a whole point. You're tied, 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Nothing. 2 to 1. Nothing. 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 Oops,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
That was no, it's fine. Nothing, and you got nothing as well. Go ahead. Green, you got half a point. You're 2.5. You're halfway to victory. He got nothing. Nothing. So that's half a point. So now he has 1.5. You're at 3 points.
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
Oops, sorry.
So you're at
4.
4. You're 4 points. So he stops and he's like, "Whoo! All right here. All right. I'm not sure. I'm liking the way that this is going. I'm not sure I'm liking the way this is going at all." All
I
right.
like the way this going.
So
Yeah,
So
go.
you,
Otto's sort of just like fidgeting with the die in his hand. He said, I struck a deal with Lady Timora before arriving.
Did you? Well, Timora and I are also good friends. Friends to the ends.
BFF, Biffles, some say.
Best friends forever.
Oh my god.
Let's see if luck stays on your side there, friend. It takes half a point, and now it is your turn. Sorry, so I'm sorry, what does that put me at? 2.
Otto rolls it up in his hand, blows on it before casting the next die.
Nothing, keep going.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. You. You. I think I just remembered something too, which is funny.
Like
I
a
have to deal with
stalemate.
it afterwards. So it is now he's at 2.5. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, because I totally just remembered a rule, and we're gonna apply it next time, like it's an alternate rule. That's the way we're gonna retcon it. Okay, he's now at 3.
Okay.
You suddenly seem to be rolling.
Oh!
There you go. There does he win.
So he's catching up, and he's kind of like ha ha ha, and he's getting cocky, He's like, "Hey, listen, I can play this game all day. I can play this game all day." And he tosses it over to you, and you take it, and you say,
Well, it's too bad the game's ending. Throws the die.
and in fact does so, and he's like, "What do you say we play again?"
Otto looks over at Grommen. What's Grommen doing?
He's very confused. He's looking at the dice. He's like, when you look over at him, he's like, "Did you win?"
I just smile. Not yet. Look back at him. Let's.
Pick a color, game's the same. However, this time around, whenever the die is cast, if it lands on your color, you get the point for it. And that goes for the secondary colors as well.
Sounds fun to me.
Speed it up a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that being said, he goes, "You choose your color."
Gotta stick with tried and true, the color blue.
Blue for you, I'm sure it's true, but you're going to be sad when the day is done. All right, well, I'm feeling sunny. I'm feeling shiny. I'm feeling like I'm going to win this game. You know what? Color of gold is the color for me, friends. And so he takes the die, and he's like rolling around in his fingers for a bit, and he throws the first die. Being green, you each get a half.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell if he's cheating?
Not right now.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Being orange, he gets a half. So now it's 1.5. Now it's 1.5 and half. Now it is 2.5 and half. Nothing. Now it is 3 and 1. Now it is 3.5 and 1.5. We should have like a notation thing on this to make it easier than that.
That's
Purple
3.5.
actually,
Auto adds it up. That'd be cool.
purple actually works in your favor. So now you're at 2. So it's at 3.5 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where am I? There I am. Ooh.
In this
Ooh.
moment, when it seemed as
3.5
though Otto was falling desperately behind, he sees this roll and gets that glint in his eye again. Starting to get worried, friend?
Never worried. Always winning.
Rolls again.
Purple, you guys are perfectly tied now. You guys are at 3.5 each. Oh, man. Okay. So now you guys are both at 4.
Oh,
One
shit.
die roll could win this game. And so that stops. When he rolls that and it lands on that one, he kind of like, you guys both look up and meet eyes for a second. And he's like, before we continue, he pulls out a flask, a drink.
Do I have a flask on me? I don't think I
Absolutely.
do.
Are you kidding? You're Otto. Yeah. Flask of water, skin, a keg, a few
I
beers.
decided, between the flasks on my
I like
belt.
to imagine that Ramen's holding your flask, and in between rolls, he's like, giving
nice.
you-
Yeah.
Gromit comes over with like a wet towel, pats him
Yeah.
on like
That's
the
you. Yeah.
and it's like gives him a swig.
Do you
As
remember?
he
You
suggests
remember the dog? I'm sorry, I was gonna say. Remember the dog from what the hell's it called? Now it's bad, but I can't remember what I'm saying. The Saint Bernards. You know Saint Bernards? How they always have that? That's literally Gromit. Just walks around with a mini keg strapped to him just for Otto. So, oh, Gromit, I'm feeling a little thirsty. Oh, hi, thank you. So
As
go
he
ahead.
suggests the drink, Otto reaches back toward Gromit without looking. Indeed.
Yeah, I give you a swig, and you don't even use your hands to take the drink. You just stretch, and then you get a drink.
You guys tap flasks.
Yeah.
And each take a swig. He goes to put it away, takes another small, short one for good measure, puts it down. It's now your die roll.
Now, inspiration, I don't imagine, is going to take effect
But
here,
your
is
luck
it?
could, because you could re-roll.
My luck, right? I was wondering if that would apply.
Luck would apply.
Luck would apply. Let's roll.
Okay.
My guess is
there.
you might have it too.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and let that slide. We'll see what happens.
Oh goodness.
Boy. Oh boy.
You can make him re-roll too.
That's right. That's right. Otto cups his hands together again, gives it another soft blow before sending another die. Oh,
Oof.
come on now. Come on now. No. Oh, we got to hit that with luck. We got to hit that one with luck. We got to re-roll that.
Okay. So all of a sudden he's throwing it on the thing, and you see it spinning.
Mm-hmm.
It's spinning, and like there's that moment where he like looks up at you, and he's got like a little smile on his face, and he's nodding his head like, "Yeah, this is gonna happen." How do you try to get your luck across the table?
I see that glimmer of that yellow face beginning to hit the descent, and I just, with whatever willpower I have, you can see his face scrunch up a little bit as he's like, there's no way it's gonna land there, and he's just, whatever psychokinetic force he can muster, just shoves that into the die.
Absolutely. And as that thing keeps spinning, and you see it starting ever so slightly to slow down and tilt the other way, he just reaches into his shirt. He grabs his little pendant that he has there. You can see it also has Timora's symbol on it. He gives it a kiss and looks up to the skies, like asking for luck. And it stops and then falls yellow face up.
Oh, fuck.
And he's like, oh. And there we have it. I win again. I win again, my friend.
Well, it would seem we are tied, wouldn't it?
Are you asking to play it like those childhood games where we have to find out who can take the best of 3?
There's no way we can leave it on a rubber match.
Best of 3 is the way to be. Yes, friends. We will go one more time.
Let's have you choose first. Let's mix it up a little.
Well, there's only one color I can take. It's the only way I can do it. I am a servant to her wonderful and her gracious Lady Gamora and Timora, and the way that she glitters in the sun and the way it shines down upon us. I, my friend, will choose yellow. I'll take it.
I dare not.
Because I will shine.
I dare not stray. I'll take blue.
All right. Well, you will be tonight. I promise you that. And he rolls first.
Mm-hmm.
Purple, half a point for you.
I'll try to make this one a little quicker.
One's a half. 1.5. Oh my God. Okay. This is. Oh, is it 2.5 to his 1? Okay.
Yeah.
He's rolling. Oh, 3 to his 1.
3 to 1.
Oh.
Oh no.
3 to 2.
Oh,
Just
4 to
rolling for
2.
each other.
3 to 4.
As he casts that die and the blue lands face up, Otto looks up at him. I don't think I'm going to be feeling this way. Do you? As he throws his roll.
Oh, 4.5. Yeah, 4.5.
He's looking 4.5 for 3, and he's like, Thinks for a moment, and then just decides to take it and quietly cast the die like nothing had happened, like no moment had passed. And now it's going to be, what is it? 4.5 to 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Bear. There it is.
There it is.
Reroll, please.
Oh, he's using luck on you.
You want a no RP? All right, let's just toss it.
Oh!
No. Oh, no.
Oh, this luck.
Is that 4.5 to 4.5 now?
Yep. So you go to throw it. You go to throw it, and it's spinning there for a few seconds. And he looks at it, and he's like, "Oh, that's some odds in my favor. Thank you for the shining sun brightening my day." And he says that as he's looking up, it flops, sunny side up. And he literally looks down. And he's like, "Hey, that's how I like my eggs."
I look down at the die after he said this. It is a special relationship you've built with her, isn't it?
Crafted her myself.
Well, let's see who she prefers. As Otto. Oh no, sorry, it's to you, isn't it? That's right.
It is. And so he casts his die.
Make him re-roll if he
Make
has
him
to.
re-roll. Make him re-roll.
So once again, as the die is rolling, this time it's rolling, and it looks like it's gonna slow down. Like you can see it slowing down. It skips on a rock, kind of flips in the air for a second, and then the spinning stops a bit, and it's landing down, tossing, bounce, 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 and it literally lands on that teetering edge at the end of a bounce.
Oh!
That's right.
Teetering edge at the end of a bounce, and it's going to land on orange side up, and then stops cocked halfway up because a rock landed underneath it. It's one of those sloppy dice kind of situations. And you're kind of sitting there, and he's kind of like, looking down, like maybe we should do a reroll, and you can kind of see it in his head that he's thinking about saying that just out of, but all of a sudden, no, he's not thinking of countering. You're saying, I'm sorry. And all of a sudden,
Right.
it lands, blew up, and he didn't even see the blue face to the die because it was facing you. You could see it.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, like you're looking and you're getting happy as you see the blue rising up on the die, and all of a sudden he's like, and it lands face up blue, and he's just like,
Otto can't help himself at this point. He's been so cool and contained, but this is such a hype moment for him. He just jumps up, woo, and just starts screaming.
it was
Grumman
too.
also starts cheering for you because
It was
he's like, "Oh, you win! Yay!"
It was 2-to-1 odds, and you originally gambled 3, so it should be 6 coming your way. But each time you played additionally after that, it doubled the odds again. So 6 became 12, became 24 gold being handed to you from the 3 that you invested, and it could have been that going back him, whatever going back to him was way. So all of a sudden, you have.
You're lucky this today.
Yeah, dude.
all of a sudden he's pushing over to you 24 gold, and he's like, "What's your name?"
Otto.
Otto. It's a pleasure meeting you. And he reaches across the table and goes to shake your hand, and he's like, Simwick.
Simwick. I have a feeling we'll meet again.
I have a feeling we will.
Oh, that's a beautiful moment to end on, right?
I agree.
No. And
Camera
he said,
like
sorry,
pans
last
out
word,
slowly.
Oh, hold on.
Last word, my apologies, sorry. He said, keep it.
No, so keep it. Otto
Referring
nods.
to the die.
Yeah.
Okay, and there you go.
And the camera pans out. Fade to black. End of session 26.
Beautiful.
Thank you all for watching. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's fun. I'm just waiting for the night that Mathis is like, can you like hang out with me on Skype for like 6 hours so we can plan out my plans?
No, not tonight. I'm exhausted, my man.
Not tonight. Just it's gonna happen. It's gonna be
Yeah,
soon.
I'll give you my rundown of like the plan, but not tonight. Anyway, we'll go around the room. People can tell you where people can find you and what you're doing this week, all that good stuff. As always, we'll start with Bear. Bear,
Hey.
what's up?
Hi.
Man?
Hello. Hey, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. You can catch me over on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. BAER Taffy on all those places. I'll be streaming some Death Road to Canada this week.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to bringing that one back. Yeah, it's a good time. And then, of course, we got Crimson Court DLC for Darkest Dungeon, all kinds of fun stuff. Video games, baby. What do you know? That's over on the Bear Taffy channel. That's me.
Sounds good. Maggie, what do you got going on this week?
Hey peeps, you can find me at Margaret Crone in all places, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all the things. This week I'm gonna be going to E3 tomorrow, so no stream tomorrow, but normally I do stream over there. And this weekend we'll be playing a little Trove. We're gonna do like a giant group thing. It's gonna be awesome and a lot of fun. And then I got Shadowrun on Sunday, so I hope you guys tune in.
Awesome. And you got MXM launching in a week.
Yeah, MXM's launching next week, so
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I also have a game launching next week.
Yeah,
If you guys if you guys are interested in like a battle brawler arena game, definitely come check that out.
It's
there's
super
lots of
good,
different
and I
mods.
highly suggest checking it out. It's a fun
Yeah,
game.
there's PvE, PvP, all the things that you could ever want in life and need in a game. Check it
Hell
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scott, you got a bunch of stuff going on this week. What you got going on?
I do, but before I talk about what I am doing, let me talk about what somebody else has done. That die game that you just saw there, Rainbow Roll, was not my creation, and so I have to give a head nod to who it was that created it, and that is Dean Cuddy. Dean Cuddy actually made that game, and he was super excited to make sure that one day Otto came across that die and was able to play
That's
that
pretty
game.
awesome.
It was made back in like session 12 or 11, and he asked me to do it, and I was like, I'm gonna wait for the right moment. I'm gonna wait for the right moment.
That's
And so
cool.
it was Dean Cuddy that made that game. Thank you,
That's
Dean.
awesome.
That's right.
Dean,
Yeah.
thank you.
Very cool.
Well, you can go fuck yourself. But in the meanwhile,
No,
the game is pretty
Dean's not
different.
watching right now. He's editing. Good job, Dean. Good boy. Go do your job.
Yeah.
It was a good Dean.
It was a good Dean. I
Also,
paid
Otto, you
Dean.
wanted to scratch somebody behind the ears, right? Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I paid Dean an exposure.
We'll leave it at that. So let's see, what do I got going on? Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be doing tomorrow and Friday. I'm streaming like after 9-ish over on twitch.tv/DailRickMaster. Tomorrow, I'm actually making a character for my Roll For It game that I play for Stars Without Number. Friday, I'm playing Eberron. Let's see, on earlier Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm on Roll For It playing a game. And then Thursday, because it seems as though we're not doing anything on Lost Initiative for another week or so while we put stuff together, I'm actually going to be doing a quick little 1.5-hour session with one of the characters from my Friday night game, because he's currently removed from the party. More or less, lots of streaming, lots of dungeons, lots of dragons, a little Mass Effect in there. So, find me.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And you can tweet the show directly over at Lost in It Show on Twitter. There's a subreddit with fan art and all that stuff. That's a Lost Initiative show, just Lost Initiative is a subreddit. You can check it out there. And all VODs will be up on my YouTube channel, Mathis Games. And if you're a subscriber and you missed it, you can check out the VODs immediately after the stream shuts down. And then personal stuff, I've got my top 7 games of E3 going live on Friday on Judge Mathis, and then the week after that I am reviewing Enslaved. So if you played Enslaved when it came out, you might want to take a look at that video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back for week 27 next Tuesday. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.